Alright guys, how are you? I hope you are all fine. So, today we are going to deal with input forms in React hooks. Open your VS Code, okay, don't write anything, Ctrl A, okay. Let's start dealing and okay, let's see. Control clear. I'm gonna start npm start. I want to start the server. Of course here I need to import come on, dot c dot app css. Okay, we got it. Let's see. All right, right now just go here and create a class name of app. After this we need to make a label. Let's write name. We need the name, of course, an input. Let's import a placeholder, and we are going to put here just your name. Alright, after this copy this, okay, control copy. Let's put the last name, okay, write last name also here, and the placeholder your last, come on, your last name. Alright, I will just put also here a button. Let's put a type of submit, yes, and let's write the word add. Of course, something that I forgot, just cut all these things, and we want to import here the form. No, from form. We don't need the action. I've already had the CSS. Okay, I'm gonna close and create it with you later. So just import it like this. Alright, after this let's go and very quickly implement the CSS. We are gonna create some simple things. We want to prevent what happened here right now. Oh damn it, what was that? I have to take another mouse. This mouse is not very functional. So just put an asterisk here. We want to prevent the default margin, so put it 0. Also the padding we need 0, and the box sizing we need border box. Alright, come on, just reload it. After this let's go and dot up. Let's put a mean height of 90 VH. We need a display of flex. We want these items to be on the sender, and the justify content of sender. Come on. Alright, go to form and just put a display of flex. Then we need let's make a flex direction column is gonna put, come on, in this way all this item. Let's make an initial width of 300 pixels. Moreover, we need a border of 1 pixel solid. Let's put it gray right now. Come on, reload. What happened? Gray. Right. After this, let's put a padding of 10 pixels. Also, a background of RGB okay. Then after this, go to input and put a padding of 5 pixels and a margin button of 10 pixels. We want to deal with button. Let's just make a margin of bottom 20 pixel. Okay. After this, let's put or margin top. Come on, right? Also a padding of 5 pixels. It's not bad. Let's see. Okay, it seems better. Also, okay, I don't want to deal with this right now. I'm just gonna leave it as it is, guys. Let's go in app CSS and work around with these functionalities right now. So go here. We want to import here. When I'm just gonna create something like a to-do list in order to understand how input works on React hooks. It's exactly the same thing like in class-based components, but so you don't have to make a lot of different things. So const, we are gonna initiate, put values here, set name. Okay, we want to import the use state hook. Let's by default put an empty string, and of course we have to define it. Either write it here manually, or you can just do this simple thing. Delete it, put the E, and just choose this, and boom. Do the same thing about the set, about the last name. Let's write last name, set last. Okay, let's just put this with small. Last name set, okay, and here set. Alright, nice. Right now, let's also inspect element. Alright, go to console. We need to create a handle change when we want to write a control here. When we write here, we want to appear here, and then when we submit it, we want the two inputs, the name and last name, to appear here. So let's write const, let's say handle name. Okay, we create a fat arrow function. We want a target because we are going to target an event. So now set name is gonna be e.target.name. Okay, and if you write here log, let's say name, let's also go in this input okay, we need to put the value here, which is the name, and we need the on change equal with handle name. Okay, the on change, what is doing when we are going to write something here, this is gonna appear. Let's see, blah 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 blah, for example. It is control, there is a mistake, value name on change handle name. Let's see, where did I put value name? Name, set name, either target, you can understand right now. Let's see what happened. We can see a change here. E.target. We need to put here value. Yes, I forgot. We want to target this value. Okay, let's see. Okay, as we can see, we target this value. Okay, why don't we do the same thing about handle last name? Okay, set last name, and we need to see the last name here. Okay, let's reload. Of course, we have to, where is the, we have to input the data here. The value is gonna be the last name, and of course we need the on change equal to handle last name, handle last name. Alright, let's see what happened. If I write something, I can see it. Last name, also I can see the last name. Right. Let's create another hook here, const person, let's say identity, or user, guys, user, set user equal with useState. Okay, we need an empty array because I want to put these two users inside here. So right now let's create a handle const handle submit equal with, so we want to put the event because when I push here, I don't want to pay the page to reload. Now it reloads because we have a form. So it.prevent default, and what this does, it prevents the initial reloading. Let's see. Of course we have to call the handle submit. Let's put a log first of all in order to see that it works. Yes, works. Go inside button here and put on click equal with handle submit. Alright, come on. Okay, if I push, look what is gonna happen. First of all, we can see the reloading, and then we see that it works. Okay. After this, let's go and create the functionality. We want to put in set user what? But before putting it, let's create it first of all. We need to create a let identity equal with an object, and here I just want to put the name, and here I want the last name. Of course we need a comma here, and because these are the same, I'm gonna destructure. So because these are the same, I don't need to put this 2 times. Just put the name, or if you want, just leave it as it is. Then if I go and write log identity, let me see, blah 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 blah, we see an object here. Look, is what we wrote right now. We need to put this object inside the array. Let me see. So we need here to put right now all the previous state of user, and of course the identity. And if now I'm going to map, let me see, if I'm going here, user.map, I'm gonna put item, or this, and I can just put the div, right, and h1 I need to put here the item dot name, last name. And look what is gonna happen. If I press, I just have this item here. If I press again, I have it again. But when I push the button, I want this to disappear and to come again in the initial state. So after set user, go and put set name is gonna be empty, and set last name we want to be empty again. Right, if I push, look, boom. Also let's write od call, boom. Warning each child, because we have, it's necessary to have an initial ID, so we can just put here an index and then put the key of index here, and every time we have an initial ID. Okay, let's reload. If I write Nick Carter, let's see, we got Nick Carter, and we don't see right now the warning about the key. It's not the best option. The best option is to put, let me see, to put user. You can put here an ID of, let's say, 1. Let's see, but every time we have to create a new ID. It's not a good option. I'm gonna show you in another tutorial. So right now we don't have the ID, so it's not a good option. This, you have to work like this with the index as I created it. So this is how input works. Next time I'm going to talk about the multiply inputs and you are going to understand it better. So let's write Nick Jones, let's say. Blah 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 blah, and so on. So that was, guys, I hope you enjoyed it.